serial number 48. I believe only for the taken before this. Condemned list.
क्या होगा? Why do you want it before this?
Petitioner बहुत पेश है.
कोई बात.
मेरे अर्जेंट दो सीनियर्स में एंगेज है से बचा. सेकंड हाफ.
From supplementary list, permission item 4, B5806 of 2026. Along with item 5 and 6.
Petition. Rahul Ranjan absent. Petition absent.
मेरे 5
4, 5 and 6.
5 में
एक तक
इसमें काउंटर का डायरेक्शन को था डायरी रिसीव करने का, डायरी से आर्गुमेंट कर रहे हैं तो काउंटर के लिए करता है.
5 में
आप लोग का आपका हर एक केस में यही होता है. आप काउंटर के लिए रेडी नहीं रहते.
5 में
हम आपको ये आने से भी टाइम नहीं दे सकते.
5 में जो है
अभी तो आपका इन्वेस्टिगेशन ही नहीं कंप्लीट हुआ.
4 सबमिटेड.
आपके केस में कोई
तीनों
तीनों जने बहस करेंगे.
एक ही केस.
जिनका केस है भाई एक एक करके. आपका कौन सा?
कार्तिक 10 मिनट ये नंबर 5 पे डबल 6.
कार्तिक 10.
Item 5806.
आपको तिवारी जी कुछ बोलना है? कुछ खास बात है? You wanted time.
नहीं अगर डायरी से करें तो हम आर्गुमेंट करते हैं. डायरी से हम तैयार हैं. काउंटर
से तैयार इन्वेस्टिगेट बताइए.
आशीष have been submitted on 27/26.
20/26.
In this case, there is a recovery of one mobile.
Custody.
And custody change units. 7/5/26.
इतना शॉर्ट टाइम में आपको बेल नहीं.
No criminal antecedent. Charges submitted. Minutes investigation completed. Minutes. One victim has turned up. Minutes. Amount is 10,000.
What has been recovered
From my position is a recovery of one mobile set with one SIM card.
and standing in your name? Standing in your name?
No.
What else? One victim.
One victim.
Victim of?
In 8,000 rupees.
Further? That's all. No antecedent.
No antecedent.
How many crimes?
Crime link में 4 crime link है during investigation. 5 है. 5 crime link. 5.
आपको क्या बोलना?
5 क्राइम लिंक है. मोबाइल सिम पाया गया तो दूसरे के
क्राइम
पास.
लिंक कहाँ का है?
ये क्राइम लिंक है भोजपुर, भागलपुर, मुंगेर, नवादा एंड मुंगेर.
आप बताइए आपको क्या बोलना? ये सारी बातें सही है.
केस डायरी में एट द टाइम ऑफ FIR लॉर्ड की इनका टेक्निकल वेरिफिकेशन में 2 हुआ था. क्राइम लिंक पाया गया था एंड एट ड्यूरिंग इन्वेस्टिगेशन 5 क्राइम लिंक पाया गया.
कंप्लीशन भी है इनका.
जो मोबाइल पाया गया इनके नाम से, दूसरे के नाम से भीम महरा ऑफ देवघर के नाम से पाया गया लॉर्डशिप. एंड इनके मोबाइल में CDR डिटेल्स में several suspicious random call and e-ballots पाए.
Number of e-ballots.
Number of
Because
e-ballots.
they were using it for the crime. No? E-ballots तो वो लोग crime के लिए यूज करते.
अगर मोबाइल सिम दूसरे के नाम से, उस सिम से ई-वैलेट लिंक्ड है और उस मोबाइल सिम से सेवरल रैंडम कॉल मारा, उस मोबाइल फिशिंग बोलते हैं. रैंडम कॉल मारा हुआ है, सीरीज कॉल रैंडम नंबर पे मारा गया. दैट इज एविडेंस ऑफ साइबर क्राइम. During investigation, one victim has stated that he has been cheated through the mobile set found and seized from this place. One more thing I would like to submit because in paragraph 34 of the case diary, थोड़ा सा लगता है सीजन में गलती हुई है. हमारा सिम कार्ड दूसरे के पास है, दूसरा सिम कार्ड मेरे पास से दिखा दिया.
Heard the learned counsel's opinion on behalf of the parties. Counsel for the petition submits that the petition is in custody since 7/5/26. Charge sheet has been submitted on 27/2026. One mobile, one SIM has been recovered. It is alleged to have been recovered from the possession of the petitioner, which stand in the name of different person. And one victim
You said that he has been cheated 10,000.
Relating to cyber fraud of at least 10,000 has been identified. The petitioner has been found no criminal antecedent. The learned counsel for the state has opposed the prayer for bail and has submitted that there are altogether 5 crime links relating to different state. To state other than state of Jharkhand, which has come during investigation. He has further submitted that e-wallets have been found, several e-wallets have been found in the mobile, and it has come during investigation that several random calls were being made using this mobile and SIM. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the fact that victim has been identified and there are numerous crime links, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail at this stage. However, the petitioner may renew his prayer for bail. Just a moment. However, the petitioner may renew his prayer for bail after expiry of 8 months. Okay. Next, किसका है next? कौन? Custody तो same होगा.
Same सब चीज same है. One antecedent है, crime link नहीं है, victim है, एक बार crime link नहीं है. But he is having antecedent not may permitted to withdraw as yesterday's.
Counsel for the petitioner seeks permission to withdraw this petition. This petition is dismissed as withdrawn. तीसरा गुलाम मुस्तफा. इनका कितना crime links? क्राइम लिंक तो कितना है ना, मतलब गिनना पड़ेगा हमको.
53 क्राइम लिंक्स
50
और एक विक्टिम है.
स्टेटमेंट ऑफ विक्टिम इज इन पैरा 47. अमाउंट कितना है?
अमाउंट है 83,987 रुपया 13 पैसे और एक है 16,001 रुपया.
Counsel for the petition submits that the petition is in
लेकिन
custody
कोई
since
क्रिमिनल एंटीसीडेंट नहीं है, किस
7
काउंटर में भी है पैराग्राफ 4 में.
बहुत अच्छी बात. Counsel for the petition submits that the petition is in
May
custody
be permitted
since
to withdraw this case, ma'am.
till withdraw. After some argument, when this court does not incline to enlarge the petition on bail,
Charge
the counsel for the petition seeks permission to withdraw this bail application.
Thank you.
कोई observation withdrawal इसमें क्या लिखा है?
after charge,
आप रोज फाइल कर सकते हैं.
Sign कर दीजिए. Item 7, DA.28.69 of 2026.
This case, the petitioner was not apprehended. It is said 3 persons were apprehended who were granted bail by annexure 2 series.
Not apprehended का accused कर सकते हैं.
हाँ, it is said that my house was searched and 3 persons were apprehended. This petitioner was not apprehended. The recovery is shown as 1 mobile, 2 SIM, 2 passbook belongs to the petitioner, SIM belongs to the wife.
Just a moment. 3 persons apprehended from your house.
Yes.
Custody कब से है?
कस्टडी है हम 19/5/26 से.
चार्जशीट कब है?
ये चार्जशीट बहुत पहले हो गया है. अदर को एक्यूज ग्रांटेड बिल चार्जशीट हो.
अभी तो आप ही की कहानी सुन रहे हैं.
चार्जशीट.
You were not apprehended.
No.
3 persons were apprehended from the house.
Yes. And we कहते हैं जो पासबुक रिकवरी हुआ है मेरे घर से, मेरा अपना है, पर्सनल है, कोई ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं है, कोई क्राइम लिंक नहीं है, और एक मोबाइल जो है मेरे वाइफ के नाम पर है,
तो आप कैसे एक्यूज बन
This
गए?
is because it is said that all were committing crime in my house. I have been made accused. This is the case. And the persons who were apprehended, I have annexed to seats.
आपकी ये बात की तुमको समझ नहीं आई। काउंटर फाइल हो गया इसमें?
नहीं, इसमें भी नहीं।
फाइल करिए भाई, तो बोलते हैं इनके पास तो कुछ है ही नहीं, खाली इनके घर में थे इसलिए इनको
Yes,
वापस
Lordship, बस एक ही चीज होगा, as per my case diary, Lordship, he is apprehended from the place of occurrence. इनका संतोष दास नाम है और स्पेसिफिक है कि संतोष दोनों हिरासत में लिए गए व्यक्ति जमा तलाशी संतोष दास के पॉकेट से ये इंक्रीमेंटरी आर्टिकल रिकवर।
आपका कन्फेशन स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्डेड है।
Milord, I was not apprehended. It case 23 का है। हम इधर हम सरेंडर किए हैं, मेरा एंटिसिपेटेड बेल पेंडिंग था, इस बीच में आपको पता है तो हम सरेंडर किए हुए।
नहीं, ये तो आप बोलते हैं कि आपको आप
मेरे घर से बोल तो रहे।
कोई सीजन नहीं है।
का पहला एफआईआर को ही देखा जाएगा।
देखिए पूरा ऊपर से पढ़ने से
एफआईआर में इनका कहना है कि कोई सीजन नहीं। बताइए तो एफआईआर में
मेरा सीजर है, मेरे घर से सीजर जो दिखा
घर से सीजर है, घर से जो सीजर है वो दूसरे के पास से सीजर है ना, आपका कहना है।
वो लोग का सीजर है मेरे घर से, और मेरे कहते हैं कि यहाँ पर सामान जो रखा है ये सामान इनका है, ये मोबाइल, पासबुक, डेबिट कार्ड मेरा है, हम एप्रियन नहीं हुए, यही बोल रहे हैं।
कहाँ है आपका सीजर लिस्ट? पढ़िए ना आप, सीधा सीजर लिस्ट।
यस, सीजर लिस्ट।
सीजर लिस्ट 6 देखा जाए 7 केस डायरी अगर है लॉर्डशिप तो उसका पेज 7 देखा
है तो सारा कुछ सीजर। हाँ,
2 साल।
ये जो जब्ती सूची है ये किसका सीजर लिस्ट है? ये पेज 19 में आप किसका सीजर लिस्ट लगाए? मनोहर कुमार प्रमाणिक।
एक पेज 7 पे है लॉर्डशिप।
पेज 7 ऑफ
पेज 19 में हम अपना लगाए हुए हैं सीजर, जो मेरे घर से रिकवरी है उसका लगाए हुए।
आपका सीजर बताइए ना कौन?
पेज 19 में हम अपना
वो तो इसमें आपका नहीं है क्या?
हाँ, तो मेरे घर से बोल रहे हैं, हम नहीं एप्रिएंट हुए हैं। ये
तो आपके पॉकेट से निकलेगा तभी माना जाएगा क्या सीजर?
नहीं, आई वाज नॉट एप्रिएंटेड। कहते हैं कि मेरे घर वो लोग सब कोई मेरे घर में था, मेरे घर से वो लोग भी एप्रिएंट हुए।
आप नहीं होंगे घर पे।
यस, दिस इज द मोबाइल, और एक मोबाइल लो।
नहीं, ये मोबाइल सिम आपके नाम से?
मेरी पत्नी का नाम है, इट हैज
ये सब आपके नाम से?
मिलर
ये जो मोबाइल IMEI नंबर 72
it has come in para that
64
paragraph I am showing you. It is one of the mobile is in the name of my wife of the petitioner Bijli Devi. Para 43 of the case diary.
एक ही मोबाइल का?
एक मोबाइल, दो सिम।
सिम भी दोनों आप?
एक सिम मेरा है, एक सिम दूसरे के नाम से
है ना?
Yes, that I am saying.
तो ऐसा तो नहीं बोल सकते कुछ भी नहीं आपके?
नहीं, ये नहीं बोल रहे। I was not apprehended, Lord.
भाई आपके घर में हो रहा होगा, आप नहीं होंगे, भाग गए होंगे।
अदर जो पकड़ाए जिनके पास कोई क्राइम लिंक नहीं, कोई विक्टिम नहीं, नो एंटीसीडेंट।
आपके मोबाइल से कोई क्राइम
लिंक नहीं। एंटायर केस डायरी चार्जशीट सबमिट हो गया, कोई भी क्राइम लिंक नहीं, कोई भी ये विक्टिम नहीं।
आप देख लीजिए भाई।
And the persons who were apprehended, they were granted.
2-3 केस पर।
हाँ, ठीक है।
From daily list item 8, BS 6463 of 2026.
Supplementary affidavit has been filed, bringing on record the surrender order whereby the petitioner has surrendered after he was granted provisional bail. He has surrendered on 21/7/2026.
Charge sheet has been submitted.
In
Investigation
one of
is
the
still
case,
on. Investigation is going on. 31/5/26 से आप हैं।
हाँ। in one of the
अभी
case,
कैसे आपको bail मिली?
in one of the case, which is PA number 6407 of 26, case diary has been called for
Date का?
and it has been fixed on 3rd of August 2026.
उसमें भी हम investigation pending में नहीं दी।
अगर कोई मटेरियल होगा तभी तो FIR से ही मटेरियल so far, what has come in the case diary up till now, the entire allegation made in the first information report is belied.
Yes.
Is belied by the material which has come in the case diary up till now. And I will take instruction whether the charge sheet has been submitted or not. It has been fixed on 3rd of August 2026. By that time, Lord, perhaps the charge sheet would be submitted.
Who has filed the FIR? Who has filed the FIR?
FIR has been filed by the husband of the victim.
Is he an eyewitness to the occurrence? Is he an eyewitness to the occurrence?
It doesn't appear to. Material जो आया है during investigation, the entire allegation कि उसका abortion हो गया and everything, that has been belied by the medical report. Just to make it
हुआ
a
नहीं हुआ ऐसे कोई मतलब नहीं, लेकिन she died. इसमें तो कोई डाउट नहीं है ना, पोस्टमार्टम भी हुआ हो.
तो जो allegation है, assault का allegation इनके ऊपर नहीं. It has come in the case diary. The witnesses have stated they have negated the presence of this petitioner at the place of occurrence during investigation.
Pose this case with PA number 6407 of 26 on 3/8/2026. Tag this case. Tag and post this case. However, it appears that investigation is still going on, as the custody of the petitioner is since 31/5/2026. देखते हैं उसमें CD कॉल पर किए होंगे.
For case filing item 9, DA.24.20 of 2026.
Earlier it has been rejected twice. Lastly, by order dated 12/3/2026. The order is at page. The last order is at page 21.
So what do you want?
Only two submissions. The recovery part, what they say that certain firearms were recovered from the possession of the petitioner, and thereafter from a bag hanging on a tree. But both the seizure list has not been signed by the
इसके अलावा आपको क्या चाहिए? Stage क्या है?
stage is
5 witnesses have already been examined.
5 witnesses have been
कितना है total?
all together इसमें है 10 witnesses.
वो 5 witnesses already हो ही चुके हैं, वो भी 12/6 तक, तो 4 अभी हो ही चुके होंगे. और आपका ट्रायल
अभी उसके बाद भी
ट्रायल और कुछ तो मिलना चाहिए ना लिटिगेंट को. ट्रायल एक्सपीडिट
मेरा यही पॉइंट
आपका
है कि
ट्रायल एक्सपीडिट
105 और BNSS का कंप्लायंस नहीं है.
नहीं, वो सारी बातें सही है, लेकिन the case has been dismissed on merits. आप अपना
My submission may be recorded that the provisions of 105 of BNSS has not been complied with. The seizure list does not bear the signature of this petition. No videography, which is mandatory as per 105 of the BNSS, that has not been.
The learned counsel for the petition submits that although the main application of the petition has been rejected thrice on merits, but there has been serious procedural lapse in the seizure inasmuch as the provisions of 105 of the BNSS has not been complied,
And also 100 of BMS.
100 and 105 of BNSS has not been complied, and Caesar list does not bear the signature of. The learned counsel for the state has opposed the petitioner is in custody since 12/1/22. The learned counsel for the, you have any antecedent?
Now 13 antecedent are mentioned in my petition. Out
The
of
learned counsel for the state has submitted that the petitioner has as many as 13 criminal antecedents, as mentioned in the bail petition itself. And the case has
13
been.
including this case.
That's it.
And
That's it. And earlier, the bail application of the petitioner was rejected on merits. There is recovery of firearm from his waist and further recovery of arms is also alleged. He has further submitted that trial is going on, and as per the record, 5 witnesses have already been examined so far. He has also submitted that the petitioner happens to be TSPC area commander operating under sub-zonal commander Arun and is involved in the alleged offense. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the fact that the bail application of the petition has been rejected thrice earlier on merits and the trial is going on, and petitioner has as many as 13 criminal antecedents, including the present one. This court is not inclined to enlarge the petition on one offense.
Item
Merit
10,
पे order चाहिए तो merit पे order लीजिए.
item 10 DA 6484 of 2026.
आपका इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो गया?
चार्जशीट कब 13/7/26 को चार्जशीट सबमिट हुई और आज रखा गया है पुलिस पेपर सप्लाई के लिए आज
Victim का statement. FIR page number.
मेरा आवेदन
Please pass it.
मैं यह आवेदन अत्यंत मानसिक है की स्थिति में दे रहा हूँ. मैं अगस्त 2025 को संजीव कुमार दास उम्र 30 वर्ष पिता शुभांशु दास जो कि टाटा स्टील नौमुंडी माइंस में कार्यरत है के संबंध में ठीक उसका वर्तमान पता उसने मुझसे शादी करने का वादा एवं भरोसा देकर मेरे साथ पति पत्नी जैसा संबंध बनाया. पहली बार उसने मेरे कमरे में शादी दूसरा भरोसा देकर मेरे साथ संबंध बनाया था. उसने बार बार यह विश्वास दिलाया कि वह मुझे
To follow through on this. You are the informant. On this.
इसके कारण मैंने उसे विश्वास किया परंतु अब वह शादी करने से साफ इनकार कर रहा है. संजीव कुमार दास कई बार मेरे कमरे पर भी आता था. वह लगभग 4-5 दिन के अंतराल में मेरे कमरे में आता था और मेरे साथ दूसरे सारे संबंध बनाता था. जब मैं इसका विरोध करती थी तो यह संबंध बनाने से मना करती थी तो वह मेरे साथ मारपीट का विरोध कराने के बारे में करता था. मेरे साथ अलग अलग घटनाओं में हुआ है जहाँ उसने मेरी इच्छा के विरुद्ध जबरदस्ती शादी संबंध बनाया है या मुझे प्यार का भरोसे का झांसा देकर मानसिक रूप से भी नियंत्रित करता था. वह अक्सर कहता था कि अगर
उनसे चर्चा करती हो तो कंपनी या थाना में मेरे खिलाफ कोई शिकायत नहीं करूँगी। प्रकाश की बातों में से वह मुझे कराता बनाता एवं शिकायत करने से रोकता है। इसके लगातार दबाव धमकी एवं तनाव
क्या बोलूं?
this is the addition of this the text of marriage model to establish on physical relation to text of marriage model. The age of the victims for 30 years old model. And so that the colleague model they were working in the same company model. This petition never forced model job on the victim.
They were working in the same company.
Yes, madam.
Victim was 30 years of
30
age.
years.
आपको क्या further information? आप बताइए.
लिटिगेशन इंड्यूस थ्रेट दिया जाता था डिफेमेशन रिगार्डिंग कंप्लेन ना करें और सिंस 2000 अगस्त 25 itself उनको प्रॉमिस किया गया था बार बार टेक्स्ट पे कॉल पर इस चीज़ का भरोसा नहीं कि उनसे शादी करें और तभी शादी संबंध एस्टैब्लिश होता था क्योंकि दोनों एक ही कंपनी में काम करते थे और जब लड़की को उसकी लड़की के बारे में पता चला कि ये शादी नहीं करेगा तो फिर वो प्रॉमिस फुलफिल करने की बात करने लगी। उन्होंने अपने पेरेंट्स से भी बात करवाया कि शादी के लिए तो फिर वो डिनाई करने लगे। उसके बाद से इसको मारता पीटता था, गाली गलौज करता था और डिफेमेशन का धमकी देता था।
कस्टडी आपका बहुत कम है.
इसमें
कुछ
कोई
दिन बाद आइएगा आपको
डेट ऑफ ऑफरेंस नहीं दिया है।
कोई
और ये कहती हूँ कि साथ में जाकर के होटल में रुकी
कोई बात नहीं. ये नंबर 6484 After some arguments, when the court was not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail, आप हो गया ना. ये क्या है? विड्रॉ कर लेते हैं. आफ्टर सम आर्गुमेंट क्या चल रहा है? हाँ तो हम तो नहीं ना inclined. I disclose my mind. कोई बात नहीं. आप रोज भी कर सकते हैं. Heard the learned counsel appealing on behalf of the parties, the counsel for the petitioner submits that the victim and the petitioner used to work in the same company, were working in the same company, and it is alleged against the petitioner that he established physical relationship with the victim in the false pretext of marriage. The petitioner is in custody since 23/5/2026. The learned counsel appearing on behalf of the victim has submitted that the FIR itself reveals as to how has placed the FIR and has submitted that on that by making false promise of marriage, the petitioner committed rape with the victim and also torture or repeatedly committed and also subsequently committed established physical relationship, and when the petitioner was insisting on marriage, he used to threaten the petitioner and also used to assault the petitioner from time to time, and started spreading false information about the victim, threatening the victim from time to time, and also started spreading false information about the victim. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the direct allegation made against the petitioner, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner at this stage. However, the petitioner may renew his bail after expiry of 6 months.
6 months for custody.
6 months custody नहीं बोलेंगे. After expiry of 6 months बोलेंगे. So this one clear.
Password case item 7 from supplementary list BA 5869 of 2026.
There was confusion there. Two Santosh Das. There was two Santosh Das is there in the accused. As per the allegations, the police raided different places, apprehended 3 persons. They raided the house of the petitioner. No one was apprehended, and it is said from the raid took one passbook belonging to the petitioner, one ATM card belonging to the petitioner, and one mobile with 2 SIM cards has been seized from the possession of the petitioner, and nobody was apprehended from the house of the petitioner. The said Santosh Das that mobile is seized. It is not in the name, SIM was not in the name of this present petitioner, and it is said that from that mobile it has come that phishing call was made to different persons. This is the only allegation. No one has been cheated, and there is no crime.
So
Other concerns granted.
So from your position, what is recovered?
It is said from my bed, one mobile with 2 SIM cards. One
In whose name?
that is not in SIM card, not in the name of the petitioner.
Mobile in whose name?
No, that is not. It is said that SIM card के बारे में, mobile के बारे में, ये SIM card के बारे में.
आपको तो पता होना होगा ना?
The other person's name it is said, and the passbook belonging to the petitioner and the debit card belonging to the petitioner was seized. And similarly, other co-accused persons, similar recovery was there. They were granted bail. Petitioner having no criminal antecedent, and it is said phishing call has made to 2 persons. It is said who have supported that they were made call by the SIM recovered from the petitioner.
आप बताएं.
के पास एक मोबाइल 2 सिम पाया गया, दोनों सिम दूसरे के नाम से. मोबाइल में वेरियस एक्टिविटीज पाया गया that is related to the cyber crime, that is in the technical verification described in the para 3 of the case.
Otherwise कोई crime नहीं.
क्राइम लिंक नहीं मिला, लेकिन जो इनका सीरीज कॉल रैंडम कॉल किए थे, उस सीरीज कॉल में से 3 विक्टिम्स को वेरीफाई किया गया. They have stated that they have attempted for cyber crime lawsuit, but the cyber criminal did not successfully get it.
Custody कब से?
Custody in 19/5/2026. Statute has already been submitted.
When was statute submitted?
It was submitted back before my arrest, before my surrender. Statute has been submitted.
एक्चुअली इनका प्रोसेस इशू हुआ था, कुछ
Process
हुआ
quash
था,
हो
उसके
गया.
बाद ये arrest.
प्रोसेस क्वैश हो गया दिस ऑन रिपोर्ट से, उसके बाद हम सरेंडर. प्रोसेस क्वैश हो गया दिस ऑन
आप surrender कब किए? 19
19/5
और ये तो आपका चल रहा है कब का केस?
23 का केस.
23 का.
सरेंडर में अरेस्ट.
और 23 के बाद आपके ऊपर कोई केस नहीं हुआ?
कोई केस, नॉट ए सिंगल केस. आई हैव गिवन एफिडेविट, नॉट ए सिंगल केस. आज तक पहले का भी नहीं है, अभी भी. 2 persons who were apprehended.
So you were absconder, right?
That was set aside by this PCR.
But you avoided arrest.
Yes, avoided it. I was moving, anticipatory bail was pending, by that time.
Anticipatory bail pending होने से इसका मतलब
नहीं,
ये नहीं होता है
मेरा-
that you are not avoiding arrest.
No, I was avoiding anticipatory bail. 82 हुआ था, that has been quashed by this on report, and when annexure 2 देख लीजिए, same Santosh Das, other Santosh Das has been granted bail by this on report. उन पर भी same charges. Annexure 2. Other जो apprehend हुए, उन लोग का bail.
Custody आपका बहुत कम.
मगर कोई एंटीसीडेंट नहीं है.
कोई बात नहीं.
I any undertaking कर देते हैं. मतलब he was not having any antecedent.
Custody आपका बहुत कम.
इसको रख दिया जाए और 1 महीना के बाद इसमें तो सबका बेल भी हो गया, उसी कस्टडी पीरियड में हो गया.
आप रिन्यू कर लीजिएगा.
एक-
बहुत
एक-
कम.
एक चीज
देखिए इतना शॉर्ट कस्टडी में आप लोग आते हैं, आपका ये मोबाइल एंड सिम के पास आपके पास कोई इसका जवाब नहीं.
it is
दूसरे के नाम से मोबाइल, दूसरे के नाम से सिम आपके पास से रिकवरी है,
on
आपके
that
पास
point
कोई
when
जवाब नहीं.
on that point I am saying Lord, the mobile has not been seized from my house because I am not the only sole
Yes.
person residing in my house. There were other persons also
सभी
residing.
को एक्यूज बनाना.
हाँ, सभी को, किसी को नहीं बनाए, सिर्फ
आपको
मेरा
बना
नाम पर ही
दिए.
बना दिए.
आप हैं घर के महाराज.
घर के बाद one thing, किसी पर कोई ये नहीं हुआ.
आप ही है ना घर के गार्जियन.
फादर है, फैमिली मेंबर्स है, ब्रदर्स है, किसी को नहीं. अब मेरा ही बिलोंग करता है.
बेड के आप ही के बेड के नीचे से मिला.
कहते हैं कि मेरे बेड के नीचे से, that I am जो कह रहे हैं,
देखिए
but
कस्टडी बहुत कम है and you have been an absconder. Absconder को कम पे नहीं
एब्सकॉन्डर को पैरा 2 में देख लिया जाए, हम सब चीज स्टेट किया, मेरा एंटिसिपेटेबल पेंडिंग था यहाँ पर, उसी बीच में जो है
I will give you an observation to renew after some time. वो हम दे
उन लोग का 4 महीना में
इतना
bail हो
कम
गया।
कस्टडी में पकड़ लो
उन लोग का 4 महीना में हो गया है।
आपका
जो
4 महीना कहाँ
नहीं जो पकड़ाए,
हाँ वही तो
वही मेरा कहना है, हम पकड़ाए नहीं हैं। That I am saying,
Just a moment.
3 महीना में बेल हो गया, 4 महीना में हो गया, ठीक है Yes.
Heard the learned counsels appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that 1 mobile and 2 SIMs are alleged to have been recovered from the beneath the bed of the petitioner. And the petitioner has no criminal antecedent. And no crime link has been found.
There are 2 persons who supported that call was made, only to that extent.
However, the learned counsel for the state has submitted that the mobile in the SIM does not stand in the name of the petitioner and petitioner has no explanation for such possession. And in the mobile, it has come and further and during investigation, it has come that the mobile in the SIM were used for making numerous calls, and few of the persons could be contacted who stated that they had received the call and an attempt was made to commit cyber fraud. He has also submitted that the case is of the year 2023, and the petitioner was declared an absconder. However, he surrendered.
Yes,
However, he was arrested on 19/5/2026.
after setting aside of
Just a moment. However, he was arrested on 19/5/2026. He submits that the petitioner may not be enlarged on bail, to which the counsel for the petitioner submits that the order under section 82 CRPC was set aside by this court,
Anticipatory bill was pending.
and anticipatory bail of the petitioner was pending, although the recovery was from the house of the petitioner. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the aforesaid materials collected against the petitioner during investigation, and the petitioner has no explanation for the possession of the mobile in the SIM, and the petitioner has avoided arrest for more than 2 years. This court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail. However, the petitioner may renew his prayer for bail after 3 months.
Item 8 from the item 11 from date is DA 6514/1026.
Page 14 is the first information before you read.
Page,
Page 41.
please read it.
सविनय निवेदन है कि मैं सच है सच की निवासी हूँ, दिनांक 28/4/2026 को
There is direct allegation against him.
the lady has alleged that on the interview they
There is a direct allegation against him.
that she says that she has went for taking a bath. Subsequent, there is allegation that the petitioner has went to the place of offense and
What
he
do
is
you have
tried.
to say? आपका क्या बोलना?
My defense mercy will be the very sister minus they are resident of the same village, and due to the village politics, she was crossing the place, the offense malord, and subsequently she has had it been the case malord.
What village politics?
You know, she had it been the case, she says in the first information report that he has tried to commit the rape. Subsequently, she refuses any other. She has not stated that had it been the case, if he has tried to commit the rape, she says that he has tried to commit rape. Subsequently, she manages it from and escapes us. She escapes from the place of offense.
the learned counsel is appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner has been falsely implicated in this case. Although there is direct allegation against the petitioner that the petitioner had
Statement.
just a moment overpowered the informant and tried to commit rape on her, and somehow she could escape, and during that time she also suffered injuries. The learned counsel for this responding, the state has opposed the prayer for bail, stating that there is direct and specific allegation against the petitioner. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the direct allegation against the petitioner, this court is not in, and also the fact that the interim order itself reveals that the petitioner suffered injuries as stated in the FIR itself. This court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner until it is rejected.
Item 12, DA 6515 of 2026.
Petitioner has been falsely implicated due to village politics. Yes.
Disease and petitioner are the both is.
You are the sister-in-law.
Okay.
You are the Gopni.
Yeah, I am.
You are the.
Mazluma maybe.
You. How are you related to the victim?
इसमें कहना था कि हम आपत्तिजनक स्थिति में मेरी छोटी गोतनी दिखी किसी से कहती पटोला की तो हम कहे तुम्हारा भी हम आपत्तिजनक फोटो वायरल कर दें तुम्हारा भी देखेंगे ये दिस हैज कम इन द केस ड्यूरिंग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन उसके बाद वो जिसके साथ आपत्तिजनक था वो उनका नंदोई वो आके उसी को डाटा इससे उस सस्पेक्ट दैट हैज कम इन द केस
Let no, the state is directed to serve notice upon the victim and also file counter affidavit on this. Case diary हो गया मतलब charge sheet हो गया. Let the case diary along with its enclosures be called for from the concerned court along with the statement if any recorded under section 183. किसका बिसरा गया हुआ कोई बात नहीं वीडियो आप लाइए ना and she died also, right? The state is also directed to कब का FIR है notice to the informant करनी है ना ठीक counter file करिए let the CD be called for from the concerned 11th August. The counter affidavit should be filed latest by 7th of August.
Item 13, DA 6521 of 2026.
The offenses are under section 376, 302, and 2018.
The trial is on. Trial is on.
Trial is going on, madam.
How many witnesses are there?
4 witnesses have been examined out of 10 minutes. I'm in custody since 26/12/2018, madam. 7 years, 6 months, and 29 days as of date.
6 months and 49 days. Yes, madam.
मतलब
Direct allegation है तो क्या हुआ? 7 years, 6 months is quite a period.
on 16 January 2026, NBW has been also issued against the witnesses. Nobody, no prosecution is appearing to
On 17 January,
16 January 2026. Check it from the Equal Service. And your lordship, I am not named in the FIR. Nothing has been recovered from me, your lordship. Charge sheet submitted, charge claim, your lordship. And there is subsequent improvement from the FIR in the deposition of the informant, your lordship. The FIR is at page number 15. My name has come only on the confession, your lordship. Nothing. FIR, your lordship, though a paragraph.
just a moment. Office is directed to call for the entire order sheet from the concerned court after 6/11/2024. The counsel for the petition has submitted that the petition is in custody for since 7 years, 6 months.
76.
Counsel for the state is also directed to seek instructions from the SP of the concerned district and file an affidavit as to why the witnesses are not being produced. Let me see what is there.
I filed the deposition of the 4 witnesses that were.
Deposition of all witnesses being submitted. Just a moment, I'll just give a date. Post on 5th August. The contract will be filed by 3rd August.
Item 14, BA 6523 of 2026.
The instance is not for the offense under section 1031 and other section. However, charge sheet has been submitted also for the offense under section 64 apart from 103. In the instant case,
Offense under section 64.
also the FIR was lodged for the offense under section 103, 238, 3 of the 5 of BNS. Charge sheet has been submitted for the offense under section 1031, 61, 64, 238, 241, and 305.
You are the hired.
ये कहते हैं कि उससे दोस्ती थी, उनको बोला गया था उनके husband in the incident case FIR was lodged against Sanjay Sahu, husband of the deceased, and thereafter on confession of Sanjay Sahu my name came, and it is alleged that after being apprehended I have also confessed my guilt, and on my confession 11 bird pieces of mobile allegedly belonging to the deceased has been recovered, apart from the lumps of soil. And it is, but there is nothing to establish that the bird pieces of mobile actually belongs to this, the deceased.
Burned pieces of mobile or burned pieces of wire?
Mobile. 11 टुकड़ा जला हुआ मोबाइल का 11 टुकड़ा alleged to be belonging to the deceased.
Also, for the state is directed to file contract with the case diary along with its enclosures be called for from the concerned court. Post on 11th. The contract will be filed by 7th. Notice to informant.
Item 15, PA 6536 of 2026.
One related that must be passed to maintain custody in value that belongs in place of 2020 street minors in place of 2020.
Your custody is since
21/5/2025 होगा minors और 21/5/2026 हो गया है ऐसे 12 माइनर ठीक
बताइए.
means 684 of business minors and victim lady is 37 years old.
How many, what is the age?
Age 37 years old.
37.
And minors custody
FIR पड़ी.
1 year 2 months.
FIR
Page 14 news. I'm reading.
पढ़िए।
ऊपर विषय के आलोक में निवेदन पूर्वक करना है कि मैं 1625 वर्ष जाति हरिजन धर्म हिंदू पेशा गृहिणी आवासीय पता 1600 की निवासी हूँ। कल दिनांक 11/5/2025 दिन रविवार समय लगभग 11
The
बजे
direct allegation में कैसे आता है? एकदम डायरेक्ट खास बात है कि आपको एक्यूज बना दिया। या नहीं accused?
10 मिनट नहीं दे देते हैं।
BA number 6536/2026.
Custody,
The learned counsel for the petitioner is submitted that the petitioner is in custody since
21/5/2025
21/5/2015. Stage क्या है केस? Stage क्या है केस?
Custody matters, 3 witnesses have been examined out of 10 charges.
3 witnesses out of 10 have been examined. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner is in custody since 21/5/2025 and he has been falsely implicated in this case. The learned counsel for the state has proposed a prayer for bail and submitted that there is direct allegation against the petitioner that of forcibly committing rape with the informant and threatening to kill her. He submits that the petitioner may not be enlarged on bail. Upon inquiry of this court, the learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that considering the custody of the petitioner, the bail may be granted. However, 3 witnesses out of 10 have already been examined. Victim का examination हो चुका है, but the victim has not been examined. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the direct allegation made against the petitioner, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail. However, the state is directed to ensure that the remaining witnesses are promptly produced before the court. The counsel for the state is directed to communicate this order to the director of prosecution and to the SP of the concerned district to ensure compliance. FSL BS में कोई FSL BS में
Item 16, BA 6538 of 2026.
Initially, the case was filed for kidnapping. Subsequently, the allegation later.
you are the tutor. You are the tutor.
Yes, madam.
Serious का
The allegation is that and after 5
Age.
days, this case has been lost.
age
Age around 15 years.
and she belongs to SC ST.
Madam. But madam, the thing is, the medical report has not been mentioned in the case.
You were taken to Rajasthan.
Well, it was out of the will of the family. I used to teach her for 2 years. They said that I can go out with
आप
her.
with family बोल दिए SC ST family को कितना ही समझ में आया होगा.
I used to teach there
आप
for
तो
2 years.
teacher हैं.
And because of that, it was all done with the family and with the wish of the girl and the family members. They wanted a tour of Rajasthan, so I went there with her. And after that, after 5 days, this FIR happened. Otherwise, my lords, on the same day FIR would have been lost had the daughter gone missing immediately because they knew who has taken the daughter. They have filed a named FIR and that to a typed FIR.
That's right.
When they knew it from the very first day that it is this petitioner who had kidnapped their child, my lord, they would have immediately went and lost an FIR. They waited for 5 days, got a typed FIR and filed this FIR. Must be kindly see page 11.
नहीं ये कोई ऐसे थोड़ी होता है.
Must make all for medical report at least.
Medical report में कुछ भी नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा? Let me assume that there is a clear medical.
Well, then I will show that there is that for that.
Why did you take a minor to
But it
Rajasthan?
was out of the will of the family, my lord.
Out of the will of the family, you can take the minor girl wherever you want to.
With their consent, my lord, I took her because she wanted to.
आपने जो किया है सो जी.
Well, it will be a presumption, my lord, that I didn't took it from out of will.
Or the learned counsel appearing on behalf of.
Actually, the medical report may be called.
Not required. heard the learned counsels appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that there is an allegation against the petitioner that the petitioner had taken the minor daughter of the victim, the minor daughter of the informant.
Just dates may missing. So 7-9 went missing. FIR is on 12th. After 5 days.
7/9/20. FIR is filed on
12-9-2025. Initially, it was filed for kidnapping against me, the sole accused, named accused.
Yes. The learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that the petitioner has been falsely implicated in this case. An FIR of kidnapping was filed against the petitioner with respect to minor daughter of the informant, aged 15 years. The petitioner is in custody since
That's 9-9-2025.
since
19-9 months.
since 19/9/2025. He submits that with the consent of the family members of the victim,
Because I was a teacher
the
for 2 years.
petitioner
That is admitted.
had taken the victim to Rajasthan, and thereafter they stayed there for about 9 days, and after filing of the FIR, they came. The learned counsel submits that the petitioner was a tutor of the victim, and therefore there was no problem on the part of the family members to send the petitioner to send their daughter with the petitioner. The learned counsel for the state has opposed the prayer for bail and has submitted that there is direct allegation made against the petitioner. And it has also been alleged that when on 11/9/2025, the informant contacted the petitioner at times used to say that he is in Karnataka or at Vishungar, and also stated that he was in love with their daughter, his daughter, and refused to bring back the victim. And upon such refusal, the FIR was lodged. The victim belongs to or she do SC/ST community. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the direct allegation made against the petitioner, who is said to have taken the victim to Rajasthan, and was also her tutor, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner and bail is rejected.
Item 17, DF6541 of 2026.
72 without wasting time, the guy killing us against the petition. 9 notices have already been examined. That will also.
BA number 6541 of 26. Counsel for the petition is present. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner has been falsely implicated in this case, and he is in custody since 25/10/2024. counsel for the state has opposed the prayer for bail and has submitted that the victim was 12 years of age and there is direct allegation against the petitioner. Upon query of this court, the learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that out of 10 charged witnesses, 9 have already been cited,
Including the victim.
including the victim. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the direct allegation made against the petitioner and also the fact that the trial is at baggage, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petition on bail instead.
Item 18, DA6546 of 2026.
This case of mine lot was heard by this honorable court vis-a-vis other accused persons, and similarly situated two accused persons have been granted bail by the pen of this honorable court.
They are similarly situated. What is the case? You not say.
But the petitioner is not named in the FIR, and the principal accused in this case is not one Sushil Mathwa, and other accused person whose name are there in the FIR. But so far as this petitioner is concerned, he was never put to test identification parade during investigation.
Counsel for the state is directed to seek instructions and file a counter affidavit in this case. And serve notice upon the informant. Let the case diary along with the enclosures be called for and the status of the case be called for consent. Victim का statement तो record हुआ होगा.
On
Along with the statement of the victim.
21/7/2026.
Along with the statement of the victim recorded under section 183 basis. Post on the counter affidavit filed by 7, post on 11.
Item 19, DA6547 of 2026.
In this matter, also charge has already been framed under section 69 of the BNS laws. Also, on the accused,
69.
one in section 9. So on when the marriage was refused, also thereafter this fire was lost. Also, the victim is 20 years of age, and the petitioner is 21 years of age. Page number 15 is the relevant portion of it. There is type of marriage.
Yes.
सविनय निवेदन कहना है कि मैं सो एंड सो इज 20 years, पिता सो एंड सो, रेजिडेंस सो एंड सो, कुछ वर्षों से मेरे साथ शादी का झांसा देकर महेश किसको उन करीब 21 वर्ष पिता जोन किसको ग्राम तुलसीपुर थाना जिला गोटा में शारीरिक मेरे घर पर संबंध बना रहे थे। जब मैं शादी करने के लिए बोलती थी तो कोई ना कोई बहाना बनाकर टाल मटोल कर देते थे। जब मैं दिनांक 10/3/26 को शादी के लिए बोली तो मुझे इसका छोटा भाई हिंदू किसको पिता जोना किसको तथा माता ललिता पूर्वी पति जोना किसको
मेरे शारीरिक संबंध मेरे घर में बना विक्टिम के घर मेरे और उसी के घर से निकाली।
नहीं इसके बाद ये बोले कि वो हमारे घर पे आए और बोले शादी करने के लिए पेरेंट्स की वजह से। उसके बाद
क्या बोल रहा मैडम?
and I am custodian also since 11/4.
See, in the house of the victim only he used to come. No one falls.
And none of
Promise
the
of
both
marriage,
have compromised also, but they may marry also.
Victim one is coming.
Also compromise is also in the and so this is filed to the trial court by the victim also.
The state is directed to serve notice upon the victim and file a complaint in this case. with the case ID report for the concerned court along with the statement of the victim recorded under section 183. Counter 5/7 first on the floor.
Item 20, DA.24.07.2026.
Yes.
And the same has been reduced in rating and paying by 18.
Page number 59.
18.
Sorry.
A written complaint has been given by the informant.
Where is the written complaint?
18. And the entire content is reduced into rating and paying by 18.
Yes. Written complaint जो पढ़ाई नहीं रहा है क्या चीज
18 में
पेज 15 में क्या है
वो मैं लोग हाथ से लिखा हुआ है
कोई 15 से पढ़
मैं so and so वर्तमान में जेपी हुआ फर्नीचर विश्वकर्मा फर्नीचर में काम करता हूँ दिनांक 15/5 को झारखंड जाने के लिए पाटलिपुत्र एक्सप्रेस पकड़ने के लिए रात्रि 9 बजे हटिया रेलवे स्टेशन पहुंचे। प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 3 पर दो अनजान व्यक्ति लोगों से बातचीत हो रही थी। उन लोगों ने बताया कि हम लोगों को लखीसराय जाना है। हम सभी लोग पाटलिपुत्र एक्सप्रेस ट्रेन के जनरल बोगी में बैठ गए। जैसे ट्रेन पूरी प्लेटफॉर्म पार कर रही थी उन लोगों ने मुझे माजा ड्रिंक पीने के लिए दिया। उस समय लगभग 10 बजे रात्रि हो रहा था। थोड़ी दूर जाने पर मैं गहरी नींद में सो गया। बाढ़ स्टेशन पहुंचने पर यात्रियों के द्वारा मुझे जगाया गया। देखा कि मेरा पर्स जिसमें एक बैंक ऑफ इंडिया दूसरा स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया का ATM एवं ओप्पो के मोबाइल जिसमें 0 सिम नंबर लिखना एवं एयरटेल सिम नंबर से सेंसर लगा था जिसका आई नंबर से सेंसर था जो गायब था। मेरे पर्स में कुछ पैसे थे।
आप कैसे पकड़ा कैसे पकड़ा
The mobile which had been stolen. In that mobile, the SIM registered in the name of the urgent petitioner is found to be. It is found that during the investigation that SIM registered in the name of the urgent petitioner is being used.
इसका मतलब आपके पास मोबाइल का
नहीं है भाई, I have been taken into custody. No mobile.
See in the mobile which has been stolen, your SIM has been.
SIM
मोबाइल आपके नाम से
नहीं, हमारे कैसे हुआ था मैं लोग को
मोबाइल आपके नाम से है
मोबाइल के केवल मेरा
सिम आपके नाम से
सिम मेरे नाम से रजिस्टर्ड था जो कि हम इसको प्रोक्योर करने का प्रयास किए थे लेकिन हमको डिलीवर हुआ नहीं था। मेरे नाम से कब रजिस्टर्ड हुआ किसको अलॉट हुआ मैं लोग
अप्लाई तो आप ही किए होंगे।
अप्लाई हम ही किए थे ऑफर के थ्रू अप्लाई किए थे। उन लोगों के द्वारा बोला गया था कि आप कल आइए और ले लीजिएगा। हम जो है और आइडेंटिफिकेशन थ्रू इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान में लोग जो चीज आया है 2 मेन मेंबर थे एक बूढ़े व्यक्ति थे और एक जवान आदमी था जो
आपके पास से फोन भी रिकवर हुआ है?
कुछ नहीं हुआ है भाई नथिंग। Even the SIM that is said to be used was not recovered from my possession, my lord, when I was taken into custody.
But it was in your name.
My lord, was registered.
But you had applied for it, but you did not receive.
You did not.
Where did you apply?
My lord, I have.
ये SIM कब issue हुआ?
My lord, I have applied for it in the year 2020.
2020.
No.
ठीक है। और आपके पास इसको आप 2023, but it did not reach you.
My lord, did
What
not.
did you do about it?
पता रहेगा तो नहीं my lord.
पता रहेगा आप अप्लाई किए आपको नहीं पता है?
वो एक कैंप लगा हुआ था फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट सिम लेने के चक्कर में my lord. हमने उनको आधार कार्ड दिया बोले कि कल आ जाइए और आप ले जाइएगा। अगले दिन गए तो वहाँ से कैंप गया था। हमको पता भी नहीं है कि मेरे नाम से कोई सिम रजिस्टर्ड है भी या नहीं भी।
तो आपको ये FIR किया है?
मैं नोट लिया है पैरा नंबर 11 में।
पैरा नंबर 11 FIR नंबर क्या है? Yes.
FIR हमको पता रहेगा तो मैं बोलूँ, हमको तो पता ही नहीं था कि मेरे नाम पर सिम नहीं चल रहा है कि हम नहीं किए हैं। हम आधार कार्ड दिए कि हमको एक फ्री में सिम मिल जाए। लेडी हैं मेरे, 2 बच्चे हैं, 2 साल से कस्टडी में हैं, चार्जशीट ऑलरेडी सबमिट हो गया है, मैटर सबमिट हो गया है फॉर ट्रायल बिफोर द कोर्ट ऑफ सेशन। My lord, ultimately I was taken into custody and remained there till 2 months, your lordship, and no TIP had at all been done by me.
वो तो FIR में है ही नहीं कि कोई लेडी भी थी।
नहीं।
ऐसा तो
दो
FIR में नहीं।
व्यक्ति का जिक्र है, डायरी में आया हुआ है कि वो स्टेशन का फोटो, ये वीडियो देखा गया, तो उसमें जिनका ये लॉस्ट हुआ है सिम और ये, उसमें 2 व्यक्ति से बात कर रहे थे, उसमें एक बूढ़े व्यक्ति थे, एक जवान व्यक्ति थे। 2 व्यक्ति का जिक्र है और दोनों
You see, she is not the person accompanying them in the
Hardly has not came into FIR, but they also include only that. That is
how is he related?
he related below only that on the basis that a stolen mobile was being used by the sub-prosecution. That is only came in the include of it. And during the course of the investigation.
Custody कब से?
25 चार्जशीट है ऑलरेडी इशू।
और कोई antecedent?
No, ma'am. No criminal antecedent. We have stated in paragraph 18. I am a military training.
Or the level counsels of pleading on behalf of the parties, the counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner is a lady having 2 children. One is aged about 11 years, another is 3 years. And one is a school-going student, is a student. Is in custody since 25/5/2025. And charge sheet has been submitted. It submits that as per the allegation in the FIR, 2 unknown persons accompanied the informant and in the train and offered him some drink, and ultimately his mobile and other belongings were siphoned off. Was taken away, was looted. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that admittedly, lady was not, there was no lady involved in the aforesaid incident, but so far as the petitioner is concerned, she became an accused as sin in her name was found to be used in the stolen mobile. The learned counsel for the state has opposed the prayer for bail. However, the aforesaid submissions which have been made by the petitioner is not in dispute. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the fact that the petitioner has 2 children to look after and charge sheet has already been submitted, and admittedly she was not one of the person who had boarded, who that is sufficient. Charge sheet has already been submitted, the petition is valid.
Item 21, DA.24.07.2026.
So, Lordship, the include order, my name has come on the petitioner of one who accused Suman Marandi. That Suman Marandi has said that कि मेरे कहने पे मर्डर हुआ,
but that Suman Marandi has been acquitted by the court of sedition after going to the entire trial. Now, subsequently, Roshi can look the charge sheet, which is also an ex matter. Entire charge sheet it talks about Suman Marandi, who has been.
No, it is not like that.
Yes.
Acquittal of the co-accused will have no benefit to you.
No, my implication, how I am implicated in this case, madam. I am implicated only on the basis of confession of one co-accused persons. In the charge sheet,
Your trial will be taken into consideration. All the witnesses will come.
madam,
Everybody will be
Yes.
examined. Why did you abscond?
I didn't respond, madam.
Then?
I am not named in the FIR.
That's right.
I was not named in the FIR.
You see, before splitting your trial, before
That's why
splitting
I
the trial
asked
of
the charge
Suman
sheet.
Marandi,
Madam,
right?
yes.
You must have your
No notice has been issued to me.
maybe no notice was
How
issued.
can I know that I am an accused in that case? Because I am not named in the FIR, not I am in if Roshi can do the charge sheet.
302, 201, 376, 120B, anything, sir.
उसमें एक चीज देख लिया जाए रोशन की चार्जशीट में मेरा चार्जशीट में हम एब्सकॉन्डर है कि नहीं that's why I annexed the चार्जशीट में even एक single document दिखा दे कि if someone was issued to me I didn't comply with the court's order. I didn't know that I was an accused matter. Only after the confessional and the recovery from the Suman Marandi I have been made accused in this case. And if Roshi could do the finding part of the judgment of the acquittal matter.
अब वो judgment of acquittal हम लोग नहीं देंगे.
एक बार बस चार्जशीट देख लिया जाए चार्जशीट में मेरा कहीं नहीं कुछ जिक्र है सिर्फ सुमन मारंडी के बारे में सब चीज जिक्र किया हुआ है if Roshi can look me to allow me to read the charge sheet matter page 23 starts now
कि वाइफ की मर्डर होता है और ये कहीं कंप्लेंट नहीं करते हैं कि हमारी वाइफ को
इन्हीं की वाइफ
हां Other to the wife of this wife of the
how can I know my lord that I am an accused in that
No,
case?
how? So how would you not know anything about what is happening in relation to your wife? You are not a third person.
I have to see my lord whether that so
You don't know that it was your wife who was murdered.
Other to the wife of this petition. देखिए
Or the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that though the case was filed under section 302/201/34 FIR was not registered under section 302/201 and 34 only. FIR was registered on other sections also.
only on 302/201/34
नहीं ये जो आपका आप चार्जशीट से दिखा रहे हैं
इनका कंप्रेशन का बात 376 लगा है
हाँ बाद में लगा है ना 76
तो बोलिए किसी ने डिनाई किसी का
although the FIR was filed way back in the year 2020 under section 302, 201 and 34 of IPC, but charge sheet was submitted under section 302, DT.24.07.2026 of IBC. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner is not named in the FIR. And therefore, he had no idea about the case. He has further submitted that the name of the petitioner has come only in the confession statement of the accused Suman Marandi, who faced the trial and he has already been acquitted. The learned counsel submits that the petitioner had filed anticipatory bail in ABP number 1017 of 21, which was rejected on 2012-2021, and ABA number 369 of 2022, and 33384 of 2022, which was rejected on 3/2/2022 and 10/6/2022, and thereafter another anticipatory bail on 22/9/2020, and another anticipatory was filed. Anticipatory bail was filed, which was withdrawn on 9/12/2025. And the petitioner is an employee of BSF.
BSF.
And the petitioner is in custody since 9/12/2020.
I have found only two answers.
ये जो लिखा है इसमें जो कहानी
इसका हम दो ही एंटिसिपेटरी हम है एबीपी का होगा जो हाईकोर्ट में हम दो
ठीक हाईकोर्ट में आप दो ही फाइल, लेकिन आपका एबीपी का कहानी 2021 से ही चल रहा है।
हाँ 21
ये नहीं बोलिए हमको कुछ आता नहीं था, पता नहीं था, हमको मालूम नहीं था, वारंट हो गया था, ये सब कहानी मत सुनिए।
issue is my lord that whether I
आपको सुनिए ना, अब आप सुनिए, ऑर्डर सुनिए। They submitted that once the main accused has been acquitted, the petition may be enlarged on bail. The learned counsel for the state has vehemently opposed the prayer for bail and has submitted that the petitioner happens to be the husband of the deceased.
Yes.
And there is and the FIR was lodged when a dead body was found in forest in a decomposing condition. And there is an allegation against the petitioner that he confessed his guilt and had categorically narrated about the occurrence that he had killed the deceased. The confession statement of Suman Marandi clearly stated that he had killed the deceased at the instance of the petitioner after committing rape with her. And the arms was also recovered
from Suman.
from Suman Marandi. He also submits that the acquittal of Suman Marandi has no relevance. The petitioner is required to face it. And he has avoided his arrest for a long time. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the nature of allegation against the petitioner, that the petitioner nature of allegation against the petitioner whereby his wife was killed. And her body was found in a decomposed condition. This court is not inclined to enlarge the petition on you. Please reject it. Sorry? Yeah, it's speedy. I guess the learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that charge has already been made. He submits that some observation may be made so that the trial may be expedited. The learned counsel for the state is directed to ensure that the witnesses are properly produced before the court. The counsel for the state is directed to communicate this order to the director of institution and also to the SP of the district.
Item 22, BA 6567 of 2026.
बताइए कहाँ है 5740/26 date का tag this case with BA number 5740/26 and post is on Monday. उसमें केस डायरी आया हो? वैसे काउंटर आप फाइल ही नहीं कर पाइए।
हम कल करेंगे।
कर देंगे।
हाँ कल कर।
Counsel for the
sorry
सैटरडे ताला लगा है क्या हाई कोर्ट में?
नहीं
फाइलिंग नहीं होता क्या सैटरडे? हाँ
हो जाएगा।
कहाँ रहते हैं?
कल हो जाएगा।
Counsel for the state undertakes to file contract with in this case by एक का क्या बता दूसरा आई जाएगा आपका सिस्टम।
Item
तो
23.
नेट लॉस हो जाएगा। आपको लॉस नहीं कराना चाहते, आप अपना काउंटर फाइल।
Item 23.
का केस है, इसमें कहते हैं कि टानी से सॉल्व किए लेकिन इंजरी रिपोर्ट टानी का नहीं। इसमें कहीं कॉल कर दो इंजरी। 307 जो आईपीसी का है
क्या चीज का है इंजरी रिपोर्ट?
जो इंक्लूड ऑर्डर में आया है, जो भी सीटी स्कैन वगैरह से है, वो भी जो भी है सॉल्ट है लेसरेटेड उनकी का और सीटी स्कैन का कोई इंजरी रिपोर्ट नहीं। जो भी डिस्कशन हुआ है वो kindly call for the case diary also. Injury report is required.
बिना टांगी के इतना इंजरी हो जाएगा?
नहीं, वही तो टांगी रहेगा तो लेसरेटेड नहीं ना होगा उसमें। जब भी होगा तो इंसाइज वुंड होगा।
वो भी तो एडिशनली हो सकता है।
इंसाइज वुंड का एक भी इंजरी नहीं। This is my submission. So may kindly call for them.
Let notice be issued. The state is directed to serve notice upon the informant. Informant is also the victim? No.
No, informant is not victim. His wife is victim also.
Informant को notice कर with the and also file a contract with it on minutes. Charge हो गया?
हाँ, charge sheet.
Let the case diary along with the injury report be called for from the concerned court. The need will be done by 7th, post on 11th.
Item 24, BA 6574 of 2026.
prayer for bail of the petitioner was earlier rejected on 26 February 2026. Page 20 is the order.
26.
Number 26.
Where is the order?
Page 20. One of the reason rejection not that investigation was pending at that time. The FIR based 13 accused persons. And there is general revision based to the informant and his wife. And in the meantime, during pendency of this application, one of the accused has been granted bail by court.
What is the present stage?
Present stage out of 11 witness, 5 witnesses have been examined, including informant. That has been mentioned in the charge has been filed, case was committed to the court of session, charge filed, and out of 11, 5 witnesses have been examined.
What is the allegation against you?
There is general
What is the
allegation.
name? Bablu
Bablu
Kalindi.
Kalindi, but no specific allegation.
Just a moment.
Accused number 9 has been granted bail.
Yes. What is the allegation against him? Is there any specific allegation against him? Specific allegation of assault against the petitioner. So, that's right. एक को क्या anticipatory bail हुआ क्या?
एक anticipatory bail हुआ है और एक regular bail हुआ है। Anticipatory bail इसलिए हुआ है कि इसमें others में mistakes है FIR में इसलिए ये नंबर 9 है भोला कलिंदी के लिए भोला कलिंदी
Direct and specific allegation of assault against Subhash Kalandi.
Kalindi and Jackie Kalindi और Jackie Kalindi. Accused number 1.
बताइए इनके ऊपर कुछ है allegation specific तो बताइए। क्या नाम है इनका?
Bablu Kalindi.
Custody.
Custody is 12/12/2025. That has mentioned in the this is mentioned in the earlier.
Or the learned counsel supporting on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petition submits that the petition is in custody since 2012-2025. And earlier the bail application of the petitioner was rejected at that stage as it was still in the stage of investigation. The counsel for the petitioner has submitted that the trial is going on. Out of 11 witnesses, 5 witnesses have already been examined, including the informant. Victim examination.
Victim informant is the victim.
Informant is the victim, including the informant of the case. He has also submitted that the Use has been enlarged on, namely Honda Calamity has been enlarged on in VA number 5660/26, wherein it was submitted that there was specific allegation of assault against Subhas Kalandi and Jharki Kalandi. He submits that the case of the petitioner stands on similar footing as that of Bhola Kalandi. The Learned Council for the state has opposed the prayer for bill. However, the forces submissions made by the council for the petitioner is not in dispute. And no specific overt act is alleged against the petitioner in the matter. After hearing the counsel for the parties and considering the custody of the petitioner and that the full use has been enlarged on bail, the petitioner is admitted to be enlarged on bail.
Item 25, BA 6575 of 2026.
Allegation that all the accused persons have assaulted and committed murder of the father of their father. Only allegation against him that he along with other accused had assaulted brother-in-law of the informant.
There is no any allegation against the present petitioner with regard to commission of murder or the deceased malice or being assaulted the deceased malice. There is only allegation that he alone
is directed to serve notice upon the informant of the case and file a contract.
Similarly situated co-equal person.
Let the case ID along with its enclosures will fall from the consultant. The needful be done by 7th of August, post on 11th.
Appearance appearance. Item 26, BA 6576 of 2026.
Sole petitioner is in custody since 25/1/24, and the main office is under section 1091. And the
out of 6, 3 have been
three have been examined, but they have not been cross-examined, and the advocate has not cross-examined. Now, as per my instruction, that the petition has already been allowed for their further cross-examination. Now, my suggestion was Lordship is that since the petitioner is in custody since 25/11/2024, if the Lordship sees the first information report, including the evidence of the victim that I have alleged, the petitioner is not the main assailant.
But he is the assailant. He is also the assailant.
He is not the main assailant. May relate the offense.
Right. अभी आपका trial conclude हो गया.
हाँ, 109 into 25/11/24 से रह गए कस्टडी में. ये दीपक भुइया पे आ रहा है. ये सॉरी अनिल भुइया पे.
Witchcraft, टांगी से मार.
तो witchcraft तो 6 महीना का मैक्सिमम है. बिल्कुल अपने से 6 महीना का.
6 महीने का मैटर नहीं है. विच बोलकर किसी को मार देना बहुत सीरियस बात है.
ठीक है.
खाली किसी को डायन बोल दीजिए कोई बात नहीं है. तो कोई भी किसी को डायन बोल.
देखो मेरे ऊपर नहीं है, मारने का एलिगेशन नहीं है. If I put it, अपने साथी एक दूसरे में टांगी धोले घर में हम क्या मालिक मेन माइंड को कहते हैं टांगी से अनिल भुइया द्वारा हमला कर दिया गया. अनिल भुइया
इससे मेरी मां पूरी तरह जख्मी हो गई. एवं उनके सर में खून बहने लगा. टांगी मेरी मां के सर में ही बच गया.
तो अनिल भुइया वही बात वो भी बोल रही है, जो विक्टिम है वो भी यही बोल रही है.
सर में फंसा रह गया. बट
आपका नाम दीपक. आगे आगे तो पढ़िए ना.
हाँ, तो उसी को ऊंचाई वैसे भी करूँ. मेरी माँ के चेहरे का बस उनको जैसे मेरे पिता ये स्माइल टोपी में नींद पूरी अनिल भुइया को मेरी माँ के पास खड़ा है. एवं दीपक को अपने हाथ पे डॉली को फेंक कर बाहर बोला कि तुम सच हो. और मेरी बेटी फिर इधर सर से के गले में टांगी को बाहर निकाला गया. काफी राती सुबह का हवा में था. हमारे घर में जाके मेरी माँ को नहीं देगी.
बेटी इन्हीं की मरी है ना जिसके कारण डायन बोला गया.
हाँ बोला. बट असॉल्ट
तो घर में घुसने का कारण भी तो यही था.
तो बहुत दिन से कस्टडी तो रह गए. लगभग 1.5 साल से ज्यादा रह गए. सजा तो बहुत हो गया. 25/11/2024 से रह गए. सफिशिएंटली बीन पनिश्ड. कोई एंटीसीडेंट हमारा नहीं था.
heard the learned counsel opinion on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner is in custody since
25/11/2024.
25/11/2024. And as per the FIR, the assault was made, though it is alleged that the petitioner and one Anil Bhuyan had entered into the house of the victim, of the deceased.
No, not this, injured.
Injured, she did not die.
No.
Of the victim, and
But
but the assault was made by Anil Bhuyan. The petitioner appears to be close relative of the victim. He submits that as per the FIR itself, after some time when the victim came in consciousness, it is alleged that the petitioner stated that the victim is dying, and because of her, the daughter of the petitioner had died. The learned counsel for the state has opposed the prayer for bail and has submitted that on account of the incident of the death of the daughter of the petitioner, the victim was termed as dying and the entire incident had taken place. And the timely blow was given on the head of the victim, which got stuck inside her head itself. But somehow the victim survived. He submits that the trial is at advanced stage. And how many witnesses have been examined?
3 witnesses have been examined, but unfortunately they have not been cross-examined.
3 witnesses have been examined, but they have been called for cross-examination.
Now they have been called.
आपका वकील क्यों नहीं किया cross?
So कुछ हुआ होगा, अभी उसका recall हो गया वो cross-examination.
3 witnesses were upon the query of this court, the learned counsel for the
Even the injured has also been examined.
The learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that altogether 3 witnesses were examined, but they were not cross-examined by the defense, and they have now been recalled for cross-examination, and there are altogether 6 charges. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and considering the direct and specific allegation against the petitioner, and the trial is in progress, this court is not inclined to advance the petition on bail and is rejected.
At this stage,
The state is directed to ensure that the remaining witnesses are promptly produced.
At this
The
stage,
counsel for the state is directed to communicate this order to the director of execution and also to the SP of the concerned district. At this stage, he रहता है हमेशा.
हम लोग समझ जाते 3 महीने 4 महीने के बाद आ जाते.
तो हो जाएगा आपका उतना 3 महीना लगेगा भी, क्योंकि एक ही फैमिली के हैं सब. 3 दिन में हो जाएगा. ये जो आप लोग जो विटनेस नहीं कराए ना, सोचे कि थोड़ा सा कस्टडी के ग्राउंड में देख लेते हैं कि शायद बेल हो जाए तो बढ़िया है. ये सब हम लोग करके जज तो इतना हम लोग को समझ में आ रहा है. चलिए, खाली वकालत आप ही थोड़ी की है.
Item 27, PS 6507 of 1026.
In this case, the informant's mother went missing when she lost her son. Thereafter, the Jharkhand case recovered a dead body. It was informed to the informant.
बिना केस डायरी के कैसे?
बस इतना एक ही पॉइंट है. पिटिशनर को इंडिकेट किया गया है कि एक स्निफर डॉग है प्लूटो, वो ड्यूरिंग इन्वेस्टिगेशन जाकर के इनके घर से एक जूता, एक मोजा, एक टी शर्ट और एक शॉल उठा लिया और उसमें कुछ ब्लड जैसा लगा हुआ। उस चीज को भेजा गया हुजूर एफएसएल में जांच करने के लिए कि ब्लड स्टेन मैच करता है कि नहीं करता। बिना उसके आए हुए चार्जशीट हो गया, केस
कोई बात नहीं, आपका एफएसएल रिपोर्ट करो।
बिना
ये
एफएसएल
number 676577 of 2026. The learned counsel for the petitioner
केस
submits
की
that
एफएसएल रिपोर्ट बनी नहीं है।
has submitted that. कोई बात नहीं, बन जाएगी।
Otherwise there is no link. Only this link is there in the database. Charge has been filed.
The learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that on the basis of stiffer dog's indication, one sport shoes and blood-stained cloth was recovered from the petitioner's house. You also confessed, right?
First confession, that has been done, so I will say.
And the petitioner is alleged to have confessed his guilt. But without the FSL report, cognizance has been taken.
Case is at evidence stage.
And the case is at the stage of evidence.
जज से कि जब प्राप्त होगा तो उसे माननीय न्यायालय में भेज देंगे।
Actually ऐसा ही होता है। ऐसा ही होता है।
Then my lords, if the sniffer dogs turn to be wrong, my lords, then I will be in custody without any problem. And that dog has no liability.
That's right. Sniffer dogs are very rare. The counsel for the state is directed to seek instructions from FSL and file the FSL report. Before this court. अगर नहीं हुआ है तैयार तो उसमें ये भी लिखा होना चाहिए कि कितना दिन में तैयार हो। And in case the FSL report is not ready, the information from the FSL should also inform this court as to how much more time would be required to prepare the FSL report. With the case ID along with its enclosure, we call for from the concerned court. The counsel for the state is also directed to file counter. And serve notice upon the informant of the case. Post this case on 18th of August. The counter affidavit should be filed by 14th.
Item 28, BA 6578 of 2026.
Petitioners from also the officers at alleged in the section 103 is also there. And 238 and 314 of the gang rape. Gang rape पर चार्जशीट का नहीं हुआ। ये इनको का confession पे आया था कि they committed rape and murdered. That is their confession upon the issue of the capital.
Custody कब से?
Custody में हम लोग चार्जशीट हो गया 16/10/25।
Charge has been submitted.
हाँ चार्जशीट में चार्ज भी।
Also for the state is directed to seek instructions and file counter affidavit. Let the case diary along with this enclosure be called for police consent. The deed will be done by 7th August, post on 11th.
Item 29, BA 6582 of 2026.
Cyber crime officer first.
PA number 658/26. The Lieutenant Counsel for the state pays for and is granted time till 7th of August to file a counter affidavit in this case along with the criminal antecedent report of the petitioner, both cyber crime and antecedent. The needs will be done by 7, post on 11.
Item 30, BS 6583 of 2026.
केस है 137 सुपर 297 का एलिगेशन है कि petitioner has taken away the router of the informant and during investigation it has come lordship that 180 of VNS the victim has recovered on the next day and she has stated nothing has been wrong.
183 का statement मंगाई थी. The council for this, the state is directed to serve notice upon the involvement of the case and file a compatibility list. Let the statement of the victim recorded in the section 183 basis be called for from the concerned court. Okay, अभी charge हो ही गया है ना?
हाँ charge
along with the case ID and its enclosures. The need will be done by 7, post on 11.
Item 31, BS 6587 of 2026.
This is the second round of application. The first time.
Out of 16 charge sheet witnesses have already been examined.
Yes, because they have been examined, but the statements were at
and what is the present stage?
The statements are at page number 25.
I want to know what is the present stage.
Because this is for further evidence. Because there are two other total number of
by 11/5/26. Altogether 2 witnesses were examined.
Out of 6.
Thereafter no witnesses were examined.
Out of 6 minutes, out of apart from 2 minutes, that is my instructions. After the 2 witnesses, nobody else.
What is the allegation? Read the FIR.
Because the allegation is that may I read from the.
No, you tell me the allegation.
Because the allegation.
Who are you?
Because I'm the husband, Manoj. The allegation is that Manoj, the informant Manoj is the husband, is the father of the deceased, who received an information Manoj that his daughter is unwell. Once he reached the hospital, Manoj, he was directed to another hospital where the hospital declared the concern for his daughter Manoj to be deceased. He has also alleged Manoj in the FIR he has alleged that some days prior Manoj he got a phone call from his daughter wherein demands were made to the tune of ₹10 lakhs.
Earlier it was rejected.
Earlier it was withdrawn.
No, it was rejected.
Because the earlier rejection order is at page number 13.
When this court was not inclined to enlarge the petition.
It was withdrawn.
So I have indicated that I was not inclined to enlarge the bail. Read para 3 completely. I was not inclined. You say you want to withdraw. You withdraw.
Only change to
the husband. शादी कब हुई?
शादी हुई was no. शादी हुई was 9/5/2025.
Incident कब हुआ?
Incident is 8/9/2000. 8th of September 2000.
4 महीना में साफ. सही है.
The father of the deceased Manoj has been examined.
So hostile हो गए.
Yes.
और serious बात. It means that you are in a position to temper the witnesses also.
Because he has given a categorical statement that all efforts were made by the on part of the petitioner to get the doctor treated.
Treatment is another.
That is there, because and there's also come because that she committed suicide. She.
ये सब कहानी नहीं ठीक है ना. यहाँ तो आ रहा है compromise दोनों का compromise. बेटी मर गई, compromise in writing that I will not depose against you.
That is not.
No, no, that is not there, but we are getting such compromise petitions also, annexed with the bail petitions.
Page number 25 was can we
No,
see?
no.
Page number 25 and
Nahi.
27. 27 is the statement given by the informant himself. It is also just for a just my submission before your ladyship. Page number 27 was para 3.
Page number?
27. That is the statement given by the father of the deceased. He is the informant. Para 3.
मुझे जानकारी नहीं है कि मेरी बेटी की मृत्यु कैसे, इनको कैसे जानकारी है?
After that, पुनः कहा कि मेरी बेटी अपने से क्रोधित होकर मरी. So because there is a
इतना जोर से गुस्सा आया कि मर गई.
there is a possibility that she committed suicide.
Possibility of suicide. What's the section with charge sheet?
Charge sheet is under section 80, 61 and
80 में हुआ है ना?
And those para number 9 and 10, which that is all I can.
9 and 10 of cross examination.
Yes, page number 28. 9, 10 and 11. There is a possibility also because the daughter, she was very young, she died because and under anguish because this FIR was registered. That is also a possibility.
She died a natural death. She died a natural death.
No, she hung herself. That is there. That is, I cannot deny that.
ये number. She hung herself at home. ये number 6587 of 2026. Heard the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the parties. The learned counsel for the petitioner is that the petitioner is the husband of the deceased who was found dead in her matrimonial home, and she died by hanging. He submits that his wife had committed suicide. The marriage was solemnized on 9/5/25 and she was found dead on 8/9/2025. The learned counsel, he has further submitted that the father of the deceased has been examined and he has stated that he is not aware as to how his daughter died, and then she might have died due to anger, and that the petitioner had made all efforts to save his life. The learned counsel for the state has opposed the prayer for bail and has submitted that opposed the prayer for bail. At this stage, the counsel for the petitioner has submitted the rights of 6 statutory witnesses. 2 have been examined. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and upon going through the FIR, this court finds that there is an allegation of demand of dowry, and the wife of the petitioner died in matrimonial home under unnatural condition within 4 months of marriage. In such circumstances, this court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail. The fact remains that on earlier occasion when the petitioner has moved this court in BA number 1316 of 2026, and when this court was not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail, the petitioner had sought permission to withdraw the bail application. This court is not inclined to enlarge the petitioner on bail, However, the state is directed to ensure that the remaining witnesses are promptly produced. Charge to the witness, sir. तब मैं खाली official witness हूँ।
medical examiner, they can be examined because I think
They will be examined. वो लोग अपने आ जाएंगे। इसको communicate कर देंगे SP और
Item 32, DA6.18 of 2026.
We have studied 6, 72 of the BA6. A one is mother of the victim. Relation है कि victim का घर से निकले तो सही कि घर जाने के लिए इसके बीच में नहीं है तो कुछ लोगों ने बताया कि ये मुझसे इसका एक्स्ट्रा लाभ से बात
the council for the state is directed to file counter affidavit and on merits and also serve notice upon the informant of the case. With the statement of the victim recorded under section 183 BNSS be called for from the concerned court, along with the copy of the case diary with its enclosures. It will be done by 7, post on 11.
Item
ऑर्डर कर
33,
दिए आप अप्लाई कर दीजिए
item 33,
इनका लिख दीजिएगा ऑनलाइन
662 of 2026.
Where is the order of rejection? Order of rejection, where is it? Also for the petitions. ये तो बेसिक चीज है आपको डाउनलोड करके भी नहीं लगा सकते हैं He was not aware. 3 witnesses have been examined. Out of 10. Out of 12. What do you want? You want to explain?
As for the custody, he's in custody since 1 year.
There is direct allegation against him.
Status report of the ground.
Status report. The counsel for the petition submits that the petition is in custody since
25/7/2025.
25/7/2025, and the petition has renewed the bail for bail on ground of custody. Office is directed to call for the. You are not aware about the stage of the case.
As per the given order, it is 3
What is the date of given order?
25/2026, 20th of May.
Office is directed to call for the present status of the case. Post on 11th August.
Item 56, DA 3782 of 2026. Item 58, DA 4995 of 2026.
So last date पे counter के direction पे counter है.
Petitioner absent. Contract payment. File will go proceedings is taken on record. Look at it. Petitioner absent. Ministry नीचे कर दो. अपने डेट के हिसाब से कर दीजिए.
Item 59, VA 5776 of 2026.
For 1 victim.
Counsel for the petitioner seeks adjournment. Pose this case on 11th August. Yes.
Item 60, VA 6255 of 2026.
Petitioner absent. Which one? This one? Okay. 59. 58 adjournment. You want it now?
This 60.
58 for
Adjournment.
Adjourn.
Yes. Call करें। 60
VA खत्म
ये खत्म हो गया पासवर्ड कैसे
एक पासवर्ड दिए
कहाँ है पासवर्ड कॉल करें
password case item 56 with 57.
also for the party 6 counsel for the petition 6 adjournment post on 11th August.
From supplemental list for case filing item 2, WPS 5022 of 2026.
Then order complaint counsel for the opposite party pray for time file compliance report WPS fine बताइए petitioner absent है transfer matter है petitioner का पता आता पता नहीं you are there you argue when the case is called out the petitioner is seeking adjournment I do not know he is not there call them when the case is called out, the counsel for the petitioner pays for the passport. बताइए क्या बोलना
Just for the case, should possibly
pass over for a case, one case.
Item 3, WPS 2312 of 2026.
Okay.
The action was given to file counter. Yesterday I mentioned for the purpose that Honorable Chaps are must file the counter. They have not filed.
Yes, respondent, why have you not filed counter? Counter affidavit of 3 and 4 has been filed, 5 and 6 has been filed, who has not filed a counter?
1 or 2 has been filed. Where is it? Honorable Chancellor, because he is the highest officer of the university as well as the government.
There was a direction to file counter by the Chancellor.
Yes,
Where is it? Which is that order?
14.5. There is only one order.
Counsel for the petitioner is present. Nobody appears on.
From the state.
State. On Chancellor.
Mr. Pranav here.
We do not know who is there. Counsel for the respondent number 1 and 3 to 6 are present. उन लोगों को तो अभी नोटिस नहीं हुआ है. The private.
Release of the respondent. Lordship kindly issue notice.
नहीं हाँ ये मेरा काम थोड़ी है, आपको कराना चाहिए. आप लोग अपना फर्स्ट टाइम में नोटिस नहीं कराते हैं. उसका जब हम बोलते हैं कि नोटिस नहीं हुआ है तो आप नोटिस कर दीजिए. आपका केस हम थोड़ी कंडक्ट कर.
Actually, I would put that
बहुत अच्छी.
them first.
Nobody appears on behalf of respondent number 2. The learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that in spite of order dated 14/5/26, counter affidavit of respondent number 2 has not been filed. So far as the counter affidavit of respondent number 3 and 4, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are concerned, the same has been filed. Further 4 weeks time is granted to the respondent number 2 to file counter affidavit in this case. Since the counsel for the respondent number 2 is absent, a soft copy of this order is directed to be forwarded to the council to ensure compliance.
Also case item 2, the rupees 5022 of 2026.
This is the transfer order of a +2 teacher is under challenge. But before going to merit, I would like to confess something. With respect to the transfers, the courts are generally not interfering in the administrative decision. But there are 3 exceptions which have been kept out by Honorable Supreme Court and also followed by our Honorable High Court. If the transfer order is made against the rule without jurisdiction, if the authority doesn't have the jurisdiction, and third is malice or by way of punishment. My case is completely in the first 2 exceptions, that it is in violation of the rule, also without jurisdiction. But I have prepared a list of dates for you.
Which is that rule which is being banned?
Yes. The rule starts at page 46, relevant is 50. My appointing authority is a director. I have been transferred by a DU, and this is the 4th transfer in 2 years of time. So, page 46 of leadership is the Sankalp resolution of the government, and the relevant part is page 50. Page 50, clause number 5, subclause 2. Previous all my transfer were made by the office of director, but this transfer which is under challenge is by the office of DE. The 5th I may be permitted to place स्थानांतरण हेतु समक्ष अधिकारी प्रचार प्रधानगत एवं शिक्षकों का स्थानांतरण उसी अधिकारी द्वारा किया जाएगा जो संबंधित पदों संबंधित नीति नियमावली के तहत
page 50 Roman 2 राज्य स्तरीय
स्थापना समिति द्वारा निर्देशक
माध्यमिक शिक्षा के अध्यक्षता में गठित राज्य स्तरीय स्थापना समिति द्वारा +2 विद्यालयों के स्नातकोत्तर प्रतिष्ठित शिक्षकों तथा +2 के प्रधान सदस्यों का स्थानांतरण किया है. So it is by the director. All previous 3 transfers by the order of director I have accepted it and I am doing it. But this transfer which is impugned hearing is by the order of the DEO.
Where is the order of transfer?
Page 39. My name is at page 41. And the signature of DEO is page 40. So it starts from 39. Mine is at page 41, serial number 29.
ऊपर से पढ़िए.
Yes.
Read it from the top.
Yes. सचिव इसका साक्षात्कार प्रधान स्वयं आयुक्त जामताड़ा के अध्यक्षता में संपन्न शिक्षा स्थापना समिति माध्यमिक शिक्षा की बैठक में मुख्यमंत्री उत्कृष्ट विद्यालयों में वार्षिक माध्यमिक परीक्षा 2026 एवं वार्षिक इंटरमीडिएट परीक्षा 2026 का परीक्षा परिणाम खराब रहने के कारण उत्कृष्ट विद्यालयों में कार्यरत प्रतिनिधि शिक्षकों का प्रतिनियोजन अन्य विद्यालयों तथा जिला तक अन्य विद्यालयों के शिक्षकों की प्रतिस्थानी परियोजना मुख्यमंत्री उत्कृष्ट विद्यालयों में करने का निर्णय लिया गया है. स्थापना समिति की बैठक में लिए गए निर्णय के आलोक में
स्थापना समिति, right?
Yes.
This is the स्थापना समिति headed by the secretary of the Department of School Education and Literacy Department of the state of Jharkhand.
Yes, ladies will read the second line. उपायुक्त जामताड़ा के अध्यक्षता में हुई स्थापना. Letter from the secretary, but the स्थापना was headed by the उपायुक्त. The second line of the order. And this is also my contention. My result was 100% perfect, and all the
And
students.
where is this letter?
Yes. The signature of this letter.
This letter dated 25/5/26.
This is not our approach. So this is the internal communication.
We do not know what instructions have been issued.
This is just a deputation, Your Worship. This is not a transfer.
Deputation
हुआ है.
can also be not.
ये जो रूल दिखा रहे हैं, the rule relates to transfer, Your Worship. But this is अगले आदेश तक प्रतिस्थायी प्रतियोजित किया जाए. अगले आदेश तक.
I will show the previous order where the deputation has also been made by the Nirdeshan. I have read all those orders. So law is very clear that the director, because the appointing authority is director. So previous 3 transfers of deputation also was by the director, and this letter was issued by the DO. The final page of this letter will be seen. It is at page 42. And so far as they are eligible, I have also contended that my results have been, all my students have passed, all have obtained more than 85%.
That has to be factually checked.
Factually, that's why I am not taking that contention, but this letter may be seen at page 40.
You see, this is based on certain letters issued by the secretary of the school department.
Yes.
So which you do not have.
Yes.
Right? And secondly, they say that it is just a deputation and not a transfer. Whatever it is their contention. Deputation is same as transfer is something which I have to understand.
Yes. Previous deputation has also been made by the director.
So I have to understand means you have to explain me that deputation and transfer are equal. Deputation is the synonymous of transfer.
I will show only page 35. Previous deputation order, ladies. Page 35 only.
The learned counsel for the state, the petitioner has challenged the order of transfer from.
Yes. From
Lal Bahadur Jagdish Singh School, Devghar.
From Lal Bahadur Jagdish Singh School, Devghar to.
It's +2
to government school of Delhi.
Wrong. It's a +2 Vidyalaya Bagh Gama.
You tell me from this. Which
yes, Lord. It's at page 41, serial number 29.
आपके पिटीशन में लिखा होगा ना कहाँ से कहाँ आपको ट्रांसफर किया.
Yes, Lord. It is also in the impugned order. Impugned order is clearly.
You tell me impugned order हिंदी में लिखा.
Yes, it's from.
You tell me.
Plus page 41. Page 40.
In which para of your petition have you mentioned?
Yeah, prayer also.
Whereby the petitioner has been deputed to the Deputation है, transfer तो है ही नहीं by your as per your own saying also it's deputation.
Deputation
और
also.
transfer को हम deputation नहीं मानते हैं.
Regarding the
Just a moment.
Deputation also requires the signature of director. Previous orders, sir.
Previous order से precedent से कोई कीजिए. You say that it is in violation of the rules.
Rules.
So you have to
So
show me the rule.
in the
That
name
for
of-
deputation also the approval of the director is necessary.
They are using the word of deputation, but actually I am being transferred.
ऐसा तो आपका petition नहीं बना हुआ. देखिए, I heard the learned counsel for the petitioner. The petitioner is challenging the order by which he has been deputed to government school Bagdheri Jamtara.
Yes.
And he submits that such order is contrary to the rule as the same has been issued by district education officer and is wholly without jurisdiction. He has further referred to the impugned order as contained in Annexure 6. However, the impugned order reveals that the same itself has been issued pursuant to a letter of the Secretary, School, Education and Literacy Department, State of Jharkhand, dated 25/5/2026, pursuant to which a meeting was organized and the decision was taken. However, the counsel for the petitioner submits that he does not have a copy of the said letter dated 25/5/2026. कहाँ लिखे without jurisdiction? ये ऐसे सबमिशन कर रहे हैं. कहाँ लिखे?
I also made a para 4B.
आपसे
question
जितना
of law,
पूछ रहे हैं आप बस
question
इतना ही
of law
बताइए.
and paragraph number 16 and 15 also. 15 that it is stated and submitted that the district education officer Jamtara acted wholly without jurisdiction in issues of letter.
Since the point of jurisdiction has been raised, the counsel for the state is directed to seek instructions and file a counter affidavit and certainly enclose the aforesaid letter dated 25/5/2026 and also produce the, that should be sufficient. कितना टाइम चाहिए?
4 weeks में done.
ट्रांसफर मैटर में आपको 4 weeks टाइम क्यों चाहिए? 3 weeks में ले देंगे. ज्यादा टाइम मांगेंगे तो स्टे करना. ज्वाइन कर दिया?
Not yet.
That is at your risk. The law is that you join and fight.
Yes, I'm seeking one protection, not done this.
नहीं,
I'm
I will
seeking
not.
that I will be subject to outcome of the
It
litigation.
is always subject to outcome of the writ. The counter affidavit be filed by 3rd of August. Post on 5th. Before applicable as proposed.
From daily list, to be mentioned case item 2 content civil 15392 of 2025.
Yes, contempt. You have complaint on it. Rectification.
To be mentioned.
Yeah, I did. This case has been listed at the instance of the office. It has been pointed out that in order dated 17/7/26, the case number has been wrongly mentioned as within bracket filing number bracket goes F.A 15392 of 2025 instead of font case within bracket civil bracket goes filing number 15392 of 2025. Register record. The order dated 17/7/2026 is hereby modified. The case number mentioned therein as within bracket filing number bracket is FA 15392 of 25 is directed to be read as font case bracket civil bracket is filing number 15392 of 2025. Office to carry out necessity. The order date of Pankaj to me, I'm sorry that. No.
Item
इसको लेके आइएगा फाइल.
Item for finance to item 5, WPS 1392 of 2018.
You know that I both the contract with the as well as notes of Arjun. Have done it. Basic points are permitted and
Petitioner is absent. Post on 18th of December. 18th December.
Item 6, WPF 599 of 2026.
Bishop, I'm appearing on behalf of respondent number 3. Respondent number 3 has filed its counter affidavit. In the last date, there was a stay which exists till date only. Till 24/20, there was a stay against the execution which is going on. Leadership against the said order, there is a statutory remedy available to prefer an appeal. Instead of doing that, the petitioner directly come to the court. And there is a provision which says that the amount is required to be first submitted, then only an appeal can be preferred. In
Which
addition,
is this order against which they ought to have preferred the appeal? Annexure 3, which is the appellate remedy.
as per section 17 of the said act, there is an
Which act? Said act is what act?
payment of wages act.
The payment of wages. They
Section
have an
7.
appellate remedy.
Yes, Your Lordship. And the facts which have been stated in this petition, they are also false. Your Lordship. इनका कहना है कि 15 और 16 में मेरा ये लैंड है, ये पूरा का पूरा एक्वायर कर लिया गया था एयरपोर्ट बनाने के लिए। तो लैंड नहीं रहा तो लेबर कहाँ से रहेंगे मेरे पास, तो हम उनसे काम कैसे करें? उस वक्त जो जनरल सेक्रेटरी थे उनका लेटर नेक्स्ट किए हुए हैं अपने काउंटर एफिडेविट में। 2018 में हमको डायरेक्शन दे रहे हैं टू लुक आफ्टर द न्यू एजुकेशनल बिल्डिंग एंड द लैंड। 2019 में एग्रीमेंट फिर साइन कर रहे हैं टू विद अनदर एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन। इसमें कह रहे हैं कि आउट ऑफ 20 एकर्स 4 एकर्स का हम लीज साइन कर रहे हैं टू हैंड ओवर द प्रॉपर्टी। सो द सबमिशन आल्सो व्हिच इज मेड इन द रिट पिटीशन, दैट इज आल्सो फॉल्स पिटीशन। नोटिसेस वेर आल्सो एक्स पार्टे है लीडरशिप, बट रिकॉर्ड से दिखता है कि नोटिस भी गया था, उसके पब्लिक नोटिस भी एडवर्टाइज हुआ था न्यूज़पेपर में, but nobody appears. Therefore, only the presiding officer of the labor could pass the order.
Entire order sheet of the execution case की तरह है ना? आया है क्या? नहीं मंगाया? Where is the entire order sheet of the execution case? पिटिशनर का क्या नाम है?
सुजीत कुमार सुजीत प्रसाद दास। रेस्पोंडेंट नंबर 3 है।
नहीं, पिटिशनर का क्या नाम है?
पिटिशनर का नाम है अरविंद कुमार बनर्जी वाजपेयी। यहाँ पे पिटिशनर अरविंद कुमार वाजपेयी है, वहाँ पे एग्जीक्यूशन और पीडब्ल्यू केस में भरत भूषण त्रिपाठी थे।
उसमें
पूरे रिट पिटीशन में कहीं पे नहीं लिख रहे हैं कि भरत भूषण त्रिपाठी कब रिटायर किए या कब वैकेट किए हैं जनरल सेक्रेटरी के पोस्ट को। या जो प्रेजेंट पिटिशनर हैं अरविंद कुमार वाजपेयी, वो जनरल सेक्रेटरी को पोस्ट को कब एक्वायर करते हैं ड्यूरिंग द पेंडेंसी ऑफ द प्रोसीडिंग बिफोर द लोअर कोर्ट हु वाज होल्डिंग दैट पोस्ट। नोवेयर they have mentioned in the writ petition. They are suppressing the said fact. इसी पे उनका पूरा केस बेस करता है, उसी को ही नहीं।
इसमें रेस्पोंडेंट नंबर 2 लास्ट वीक में डायरेक्शन हुआ था कि रेस्पोंडेंट 2 को सब्स्टिट्यूट करने के लिए, तो पता नहीं चल पाया उनका ईएस के बारे में, रेस्पोंडेंट 2 के बारे में। एक लास्ट से डेरियस यूजर उसको रिपोर्ट दिया है।
क्या चीज है?
Settled of the petitioner should approach the court with a clean hand. They are suppressing the crucial fact only to get the stay against the execution order.
ऑलरेडी अवेट कर दिया ना प्रोसीडिंग। रेस्पोंडेंट नंबर किनका डेथ हुआ है?
2 का।
कब हुआ है डेथ?
एग्जैक्ट डेट ऑफ डेथ ये को नहीं पता।
साल पता है?
डेट
साल पता है?
हाँ साल पता हुआ है, जस्ट वो डेथ किया हुआ है।
कब हुआ है?
तो बोला कि 2024 में।
2024 डेट पर्सन को आप पार्टी बनाती हैं, सब्स्टिट्यूट क्या करिए बताइए।
तो मैं कहीं पर्सन को डिलीट करने के लिए उसको
and he is all not even pursuing the execution.
No, he is not pursuing the execution.
तो आपके वर्कल ऑर्डर पे कर देते हैं, since he is not pursuing the execution case. एग्जीक्यूशन केसेस से रिस्पोंड नंबर 3 परसों कर रहे हैं।
हाँ, लेकिन जो ऑर्डर तो अवार्ड तो उनके फेवर में नहीं, इसलिए एक टाइम हमको देता है सफर जो होगा।
नहीं, और ये रिस्पोंड नंबर 3 क्यों सफर करते रहे बताइए। और इतना सप्रेशन है आपके पास।
सप्रेशन रिस्पोंड ये कहीं तो ना बोल रहे हैं अपना जो जवाब फाइल किए कहना है कि
आपने जवाब का रिजॉइंडर कर दिया?
नहीं किया, जस्ट तो मिला है, इस वीक पे मिला है, उसको हम कर देंगे, जवाब फाइल कर देंगे।
Petitioner should disclose the condition that when the petitioner was appointed on the said post at least, or when the earlier general secretary vacated the said post, this is the ground on which they are praying for this court.
When were you appointed on the post? Appointment letter कहाँ है आप?
जनरल सेक्रेटरी का।
हाँ, कहाँ है आप? You are the secretary of the Gurukul. हाँ, appointment letter.
तुम लगा देंगे, हम लगाए वो नहीं जाएगा।
और वो क्या रिजाइन किए थे प्रीवियस वाले?
बता पाएंगे
ना, वो तो चूंकि बैड थे कंप्लीटली, वो बहुत पहले से वो पटना में रहते थे, नॉट वर्किंग एज अ जनरल सेक्रेटरी।
2019 का एग्रीमेंट लगाएंगे लेडीज को, जिसमें उनका ही सिग्नेचर एज अ जनरल सेक्रेटरी।
हम रिपोर्ट पे सारा चीज ले आएंगे उसको।
क्या चीज देखा? 2019 का एग्रीमेंट है, आप बोलते हो वेल रिटन।
हाँ, तो वो पटना में जाके कर चुके, वो यहाँ वर्क ही नहीं डेवलप कर रहे थे।
साइन देगा
इसलिए हम इसको जवाब भी फाइल कर देंगे और वर्क भी कर टाइम
ज्यादा नहीं आप
सेपरेशन ऑफ फैक्ट पे
ये पूरा फाइल के जवाब नहीं फाइल के हम जो कहें कि जो जहां कह रहे हैं कि वर्क कर रहे हैं वो एक्वायर्ड हो गया जमीन, और 2016 में एक्वायर्ड है,
तो बोल रहे एक्वायर्ड हुआ ही
जमीन लाइन को जमीन एक्वायर्ड हो चुका है, वहां है भी नहीं है, दूसरे जगह की बात कर रहे हैं।
काउंटर में
जमीन का क्या डिटेल
दिया होगा?
आपकी जमीन का क्या डिटेल?
जमीन का डिटेल्स दिया मुझे।
कहाँ दिए? बताइए। Where have you mentioned in your petition regarding the details of your land? Yes, कहाँ है आपका?
हम एक्सक्यूशन केस
अरे भाई प्रॉपर्टी का डिटेल आप बोलते एक्वायर हो गया तो क्या बोले कि चांद एक्वायर हो गया?
वो जो स्कूल था वो एक्वायर हो गया जिसमें
स्कूल एक्वायर हो गया। स्कूल को एक्वायर होता है कि लैंड एक्वायर?
लैंड
तो लैंड एक्विजिशन का नोटिस होगा ना?
हाँ तो
Where is that?
लगा देंगे कोर्ट में।
कब लाइएगा?
एक सप्ताह समय कोर्ट के जवाब भी दे देगा और कोर्ट पे लाते
काउंटर
वन वीक का टाइम देते हैं।
काउंटर के पेज
अभी फाइल
33
जो
पे बस देखा जाए
उनका रिजल्ट में फाइल करते हैं।
पेज 33 के बाद देखा जाए जो सारा डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया हुआ उनके लैंड
तो वो अपना जवाब देंगे ना। The learned counsel for the parties are present. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that he has been informed that respondent number 2 has expired in the year 2024, and admittedly respondent number 2 has not filed the execution case. So he submits that appropriate petition will be filed with it. कल को कोई इनका बच्चा आ जाएगा क्या आ जाएगा we just do not know. Anyways, आप जानिए. The case was filed in 2026 against a dead person. Correct? The learned counsel for the respondent number 3 has submitted that counter affidavit has been filed and there are numerous suppression of facts in the writ petition, and it is not clear as to when the petitioner became the secretary of the group. The counsel for the petitioner submits that the relevant materials will be brought on record, and he has yet to file a rejoinder to the counter affidavit which has been filed before this court. Only on
किस तरह
21/7/2026. The rejoinder to the counter affidavit will be filed within a week.
1 week time after 1 week.
Within a period of 1 week. Post this case on 7th of August.
Orders. Item 7 CMP 624 of 2026.
Serial number 5. This is not the mentioning time and this is not your drawing book.
Item 7.
This is for distribution closed appeal.
हम रिस्पॉन्डेंट के तरफ आज भी हमको अदालत में मिलेगा तो अगला वीक तक
All the respondents.
This one is
Mr. Nam.
ये मेरे से नहीं मतलब मुझे ना
Mr. Jianupad. Jianupad. Mr. Jianupad submits that he shall file आज कर देंगे फाइल वगैरह.
आज हमको रिसीव
He submits that he shall file wakalatnama on behalf of the respondent within a period of 1 week. Accordingly, the matter is adjourned. is directed to be posted on 7th of August.
Copy.
The counsel for the petition undertakes to serve copy upon the respondent.
For admission item 34, WPS 837 of 2007.
On 21st of July, I have received an additional supplement which is made on behalf of the respondent.
The
I
matter
also-
was pending before the Supreme Court.
That was has been disposed. Now, madam, they have filed as additional supplementary bill. I have also served a copy of the reply to that supplementary bill yesterday. Day before yesterday, I received it, and immediately yesterday I filed. So you Mercy may accept the rejoinder note I have already served before. Mercy may kindly see Annexure 8, page 37 is under check. I'll just explain what is the matter with regard to Supreme Court. Annexure 8, page 37. Whereby Annexure 6, Annexure 5, page 32 is the promotion order on the recommendation of PPC. Petitioner was promoted to the post of senior technical assistant.
It's already 1:30. Second after
Second
after
after-
2:15 में we already have a second after.
मेरिट पर बात कर रहे हैं सुप्रीम
मेरी में बता रहा सुप्रीम कोर्ट का आप क्या किए अभी बता देना हम रिजॉइंडर में तो दिए आपको मौका मिलेगा जवाब दीजिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऑर्डर में वो जो अवार्ड हुआ दोनों पार्टी कॉम्प्रोमाइज किए सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऑर्डर लगाया भी है हम भी लगाए सुप्रीम कोर्ट में हुआ कि दो पार्ट एक तो हुजूर इसमें आया है प्रमोशन दे के कैंसिल कर दिया और एक अनुरूप कोर्ट का एक प्रीवियस ऑर्डर था जो एनेक्सर 2 है जिसके अगेंस्ट में एलपीए किए एलपीए के अगेंस्ट में गया सुप्रीम कोर्ट में बहुत साल पेंडिंग रहा तो will this matter बीच में टेक अप तो then this matter was adjourned because due to the pendency of the SL. Now that SLP ended in compromise. As per the compromise, there are two parts. You will pay the higher scale of pay which we have wanted. Then that has been granted from the current date. And so far areas is concerned, they are supposed to approach the Ministry of Education. And Ministry of Education already matter was pending. They approached once and thereafter they kept silent. And as a result thereof, for years together, I have been deprived from getting the higher scale of pay.
So
that is the case.
So you are entitled to
So not
highest scale of pay.
at least not the Annexure 8 cannot survive. Annexure 8 is the cancellation of promotion granted to the petitioner. And that the Honorable Supreme Court they entered into a compromise, granting that higher scale of pay. But from the date of currency, they are paying current since 2023 instead of 2006.
So the promotion cannot stand cancelled.
They cannot cancel. Therefore, Annexure 8, which is under challenge,
Just a moment.
yes,
That Annexure 8, which is under challenge.
should go.
We can simply say that that challenge has become immaterial because the matter has been settled by the Honorable Supreme Court
On
and
compromise.
on compromise
Therefore,
on
Annexure 8 cannot survive.
just a moment on the same promotional post by which the promotion was cancelled, to which the promotion was
Yes.
cancelled. You have been granted the benefit.
Yeah, Lordship,
इतना ही तो
that
बोलना है, इसमें क्या बोलना है?
is the fact. Annexure 8, which is under challenge.
हो जाएगा ना इससे नहीं होगा
पारा 7 मेरा देख लीजिए
मैं से-
कंपनी
मैं से-
आप सुनेंगे आराम से
हाँ, थोड़ा सा सुना
rejoinded to the
जिला सकते हो।
counter affidavit has been filed
नौकरी
in
कर
the
रहे हो
court
कि केस
proceedings,
लड़ रहे हैं।
which is taken on record. With the consent of the counsel for the parties, post this case for next Friday. That's it.
The next date of hearing has been given 18/12.
So,
Council on record, prepared medical emergency.
I have not dismissed the case. Let her recover. Let her recover. 18 December we will hear. I am here only. I am not going anywhere.